Hi, I'm Sarah,
And I'm Amanda.
and this is I'm Your Mother Now podcast.
Season 2, Episode 7.
Wow,
The number
really,
7.
just really rolling through those weeks, huh?
Sure are. I mean, Smash Mouth is
Mm.
right. The years start coming and they don't stop coming.
Ooh, throwback.
From my favorite year, no doubt.
I don't know what year that was.
1998.
Okay, why do you know that so hard?
I just really liked the year of 1998, Sarah.
You were like 9 years old.
I know, but it was a great year. I'm trying to see. Okay, so the song All Star came out in 1999, which makes sense. I was still riding that high from 1998.
You were.
I don't know why I liked that year so much. It was the year we went to India. Um, it was the year that Cher was singing "Do You Believe in Life After Love?"
If that was the year we went to India, then that was also the year of You're Still the One, Shania Twain, because I was playing that on repeat.
All the time. And then there was a Madonna song too.
Ray of Light.
Yes, in a ray of light, which is like all these like trippy songs. I was like, yes, yes. I love
That's so
listening to
true.
the sounds of 1998 while I am cleaning the kitchen or anything because there's
Okay.
always
All
something to be
right.
cleaned.
You know
Anyhow,
what? That was a good year for me too. Thank you
I mean,
for helping. For helping me
you're
know where that is in time.
yeah. Thanks for waving at me.
Oh, you're welcome. Hello. Well, today
So
we have a topic which is manifesting.
we do. We're not manifesting we are manifesting the topic, I guess, if you think about it.
Okay, so when I say manifest to you, Amanda, what
Yes.
connotation does it have in your brain?
Manifesting to me is like when I am going somewhere and I'm like, that parking spot is going to be right out front. I'm going to see it, I'm going to picture it, I'm going to believe it, and then it's going to be there.
So what I'm hearing is when you hear the word manifest, you think of mom.
I'm your mother now.
And that's the end of this episode. Okay, so interesting because that's true. Mom used to do that all the time. She was like super into manifesting parking spots.
Yeah,
But is there a part of your brain
that
that,
knows something else about manifesting.
no, maybe, but is there a part of your brain that tries to tell you that manifesting isn't real?
Not anymore. I mean, yes, there was, but the truth is your
Okay.
thoughts become things, right? So like if you're focusing on something negative, if you wake up in the morning and you're like, I'm having a bad day, or like I had a, and it's like the first thing that you decide, notice how many other things are going to find their way to you. You're going to get your belt loop caught on the door handle when you walk out. Like you're good, like things are just going to start happening, and that is,
Okay.
manifestation to me as
So
well.
you're saying that there was a time in your life where you were kind of a naysayer about the concept of manifestation, but at this point, that's not who you are.
Right. I think
Okay.
that, like to your point, um, there was a lot of talk about manifestation, and all I need is within me now, in like the vein of Tony Robbins, and in a way that did not speak to me. So,
Yeah, we did have a lot of that going, especially you did because you were younger than me. And I was kind of out of there when that was happening. However, the reason that I am asking you that is because I think that as a society, we have a really strong internal programming to deny any type of personal manifestation powers and instead attribute any manifestation powers to something outside of us.
right.
So,
Like
for
when we burned the
example,
witches.
well, right, but more specifically, I'm talking about when it comes to having agency over what you create in your own life.
Hmm.
There's this internal mechanism that most of us do have that says, no, I can't make that happen. Like, it's not
Yeah.
me that would make that happen, right? We take it
Hmm.
away from ourselves and
Yes.
instead give it to something external. So,
Sure.
if I'm going to be successful at this, I have to get this externally to validate me,
Right.
or even religion is a really good construct for that too, because it completely takes the personal out of it and makes it more of an institution, right? It's like
Hmm.
you don't get to decide what you're doing. You just need to obey, do these rules, and then a higher power decides what will happen, right?
Yep.
You're
Hmm.
at the mercy, basically, it's the energy of being at the mercy of something outside of you.
Yep.
And I think that as an energetic structure is what really blocks most of us from being able to recognize our own manifesting powers. Because for a lot of people, maybe this isn't how you feel now, but for a lot of people, when you say manifesting, they immediately go into like, oh, are you one of those spiritual woo woo people, right? Like,
Right.
as if not everybody manifests. But we as people, like people are manifesting creatures. We are constantly creating the reality that we live in,
Hmm.
whether we are doing that consciously or not.
Sure.
So the thing with manifesting is not that you're learning a new skill, it's recognizing what you're already doing, taking ownership of it, and then deciding, how do I want this to go now?
Right.
Right. So
I
that's
got
how
it.
I kind of look at it. So when you kind of realize that you can make changes yourself, it gets really exciting, right? Because you're like, okay, but it's exciting and it means you cannot be a victim anymore.
Right. There's no excuse for anything that um is going on around you. Things aren't happening to you.
Right. I mean, sort of, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people really stay in that victim mindset, which makes it so that they can't also own the good things.
Yeah.
So you
Hmm.
have to you have to be able to release that in order to take the other thing, and that's just really a hard switch for a lot of people to make. But once you can do it, it really opens up the doors to creating anything. And so I wanted to talk about manifestation today because every once in a while I go through my journals and I'm like, whoa.
It's so fascinating that you've been journaling for so long.
So
Just
long.
writing down your innermost thoughts and then just setting them down on the coffee table and walking away.
At great peril to
Yes.
myself. At
Oh,
great
is has
peril.
it been at great peril?
Yeah,
Has the
to
peril
my
been?
great. Perils, what do you mean? Like, how do you think it feels when people just go through your
No, no, no,
shit?
no. No, that part is bad, I'm saying.
Yes.
But it had a negative impact on your life?
Untrusting people, yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Like, because I will say, like, I love a good snoop session, right? But there's rules to snooping. If you are going to look at someone's stuff, you have to recognize that there's a great responsibility that comes with that because you don't get to use that in court because that is ill-gotten information, right? Like you're doing a
And
bad thing.
yeah, and then what do? You just let it burn a hole in your heart.
You shouldn't do it.
No, don't look. What are you gonna do with what you find?
You divorce him.
Oh, Sarah.
So basically, what I'm saying is like what I've learned about snooping is only snoop when you need to find evidence for something that you need an action point.
I mean, okay, I am like the
Don't take legal
opposite.
advice from a Scorpio.
No, no, quite literally, I am not a snoop. Like I don't snoop through people's things. Or
Well,
they're like I don't I'm like, like whatever's there is like your own, you
I
know.
think that feature of you probably makes people more comfortable around you.
Do you think so? Oh my
Yeah,
God. I'm just
yeah.
sorry. I'm just thinking it's funny, okay, because we're talking about manifestation and like the energy that you bring in and that you create, right? I can already tell you're gonna get mad. I can already tell you're gonna get mad at me because of the
Okay.
face that you're making. But I just think that it's, you write your thoughts and then you put them on in a journal and you leave it out and then someone go is in your house and sees a journal and they're like,
What? What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that your snoopiness comes back to you.
My what?
Your snoopiness.
Yeah. Or does it come back to them because
I don't know yet.
they've read words that upset them?
Well, it
Oh no, you stumbled upon my curse, upon your line. Foiled again.
honestly, whatever. I would say
Yeah,
that growing up, secrets were not meant to be kept. That was the
right.
vibe. Secrets were meant to be shared. Like if
Yeah,
you, and that was just what the adult in our house was emulating. That's what
right.
was going
Right.
on. That was what happened when I gave anything of confidence to her.
Yeah,
It
that's true.
became fodder for her next
Right.
call.
Right.
So, yeah,
That's, I mean,
there we
that's
go.
true, but that's not really
So
manifesting.
maybe I
So,
don't, maybe it's my trauma that stops me from.
from writing things down.
No, 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 no. I 100% know that the reason why I have never written anything down and put it in a journal is because it is emblazoned upon me during our childhood when mom would pull out one of your journals and you'd get in trouble for something. And I was like, dude, like,
Stop, Sarah.
stop.
I
Stop
can't
drawing these
stop.
naked pictures that are upsetting our mother.
I can't. I have to create. I'm an artist.
That's why I could never create anything. I was too afraid.
That's, I
Like,
mean, you
well,
know what?
what does the art reveal about
Mhm.
oneself?
Well, now we know that it was really never about me. It was what seeing my innermost sketches were doing for her, what, what they meant to her and triggered for her. It wasn't really about me at all. It was her unresolved stuff and whatever that was. So I know I do not claim that energy and, moving on. But back to manifesting. So when I look at
Sure.
my journals, especially now, right? Because I have really hit my stride with
Mm-hmm.
creating some stuff here. And part of the magic of creating your own reality is validating the energy that is here, right?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So I am in this house and every morning I sit with my journal and I'm like looking around like, whoa, like I manifested all of it. It's like I visualized this actually.
Yeah.
I literally sat in another space where I wasn't happy and I didn't feel safe. And I said, what would it be like to wake up in a space where I feel completely safe and completely held and no anxiety? And I would sit there, close my eyes, and think my coffee would taste so good. It would feel so soft. I'd have lots of faux fur and lots of velvet, like whatever it is I did. And I literally created that around me because that is what my mind said we're going to do. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I look back at my journals and I've been doing that consistently since 2018. Like consistently to the
Yeah.
point where my whole entire life is changed. Like every aspect of it is changed and it makes me I forget about it sometimes, right? Because when you get into the habit of just living a certain way, you forget about the magic of it. So I want to constantly remind myself you created this, which means you can create more. And every time something changes and you're like, oh no, like I don't like that, just remember like anything can change because I change it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I do. It
So,
gives me like a little bit of anxiety sometimes when I can see the train coming and I'm like, my intuition here is telling me that I got to make a move and I'm like, but it's going to be a big one and everyone's going to be
ugh,
like, what are you doing? Like, why are you
yeah.
doing that? Everything's fine. And I'm like, I know I got to refinance this mortgage because I know that I'm going to need that $300. And then it's like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But you start listening and maybe the anxiety gets less.
I know because but no, but it's scary. Like once you really start listening to yourself and you prove yourself right, when situations start to come up and you start to feel that like feeling that and it's like you don't want no, I want to trust this person. I want this situation to be fine. I want it
Yes.
to be good. Everything's good.
I want to stay.
Right? Like and it's like nope. This
No.
this chapter is done.
Finito, book closed.
And it ends on a random Tuesday, Sarah. Like I
You
always
always say
tell
that to
you.
me. You're like, it's
I
a random Tuesday,
and you're
Sarah.
like, it's Wednesday. I'm like, that's not the point. What I'm just saying is like life happens on a Tuesday, okay? It's not like you've put it in your calendar and it's gonna happen for you on a Saturday. It's like a new
It's a random,
chapter.
it's a, well, okay, so there's this Taylor Swift song,
Here we go.
and it's an older Taylor Swift song.
I don't know if that makes it
Um,
better.
okay, but I can't remember the name of it right now, but it goes like it on a Wednesday in a cafe, I watched it begin again. It's called Begin
Yes.
Again. There
It's
we
called
go.
this. Oh, I thought it was called December.
No, 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 that's a totally different album. It's called Begin Again, and it's
I do
basically
like that
talking,
song. I do like that song.
yeah.
I think I know all the words to that song.
Yes, and it's a and I was actually at a concert for a friend's band, and she had this young girl opening, and she did an acoustic cover of that song with her
Oh no,
sweet
I would have
little.
cried too.
I did. Well, I did cry. First of all, I almost immediately started bawling. Like,
Like that line where she's like a little kid. Like you are a little kid singing the song.
yes. And there's a part in there where, it says like, you know, he didn't like when I wear high heels,
Hmm.
but I do. So I'm wearing
Yeah.
them now. Like, and basically that I there's a part that says, I think it's strange that you think I'm funny because he never did.
Yeah.
And it just made me cry because it's like that's so true though, right? It's so true that like every once in a while you just meet somebody and they're just your person. And it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be it's not romance all the time, right? It's like friends, right? You just meet somebody and you're like you're my person now and we're rocking and rolling and we love all the things about each other. And I had
Hmm.
an example of that yesterday because as you know, I'm a verbose bitch and I send a lot of voice notes these days. And I was sending voice notes to one of my friends and I knew she had a busy day. So I was like, don't worry about responding to this. I just need to say all these things that are in my mind, right? And I noticed that she had listened to it already. And I texted and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry you had to listen to that. Like go do your work or whatever." And later, like 8 hours later, she listened to it and she sends me this voicemail and she's like, "First of all, please never apologize for me listening to your voice notes. It's a pleasure to listen to your voice notes. I love listening to you talk." And I was like, "Oh,
Oh. Well, yeah, voice notes are modern love letters, I
they're
swear.
podcasts, they're mini podcasts to
Yeah,
your
just give
friends."
me like your mini podcast. But what you just reminded me of when you were saying, you meet someone and then you're like, you're my person.
Yeah.
Um, we are coming up this weekend on my dating anniversary with my husband. It's been
No
11
way.
years since Brian and I started dating.
That's
And
crazy.
when we met each other, I was in a relationship, a very
As
haphazard one
as
might
one does.
say, a little bit of tumultuousness.
Hmm.
He would listen to all of my stories. Okay, we would have lunch every day in the cafe at work. We would go for walks. Okay. He was always the one, we were in a phase of life where people would go out for happy hours just like at the drop of a hat. Like everyone was like had no responsibilities.
Yeah, single and your children.
Yeah, and I would call it Wine Wednesdays, and people would show up for Wine Wednesdays. He would show up for Wine Wednesdays even if it was on a Tuesday, and a couple of times it was just the two of us, and I was like, wow, that's weird. Um, but yeah, our dating anniversary, we went out to a movie and to dinner, and then afterwards he asked me if it was a date.
And what did you say?
I said nothing, and I kissed him.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was it, Sarah. Then he was my person. He never left. Has Ryan ever left the conversation ever since that day?
He
Because it was
wasn't
a week
invited
after.
to the conversation until more recently, actually.
He's gonna like this.
We didn't have a group chat 11 years ago.
No, but that's not what I meant. You know
Oh,
that's not what I meant. I meant like has he left the conversation of any conversation we've had?
Of life. No, no,
Sure. Yes,
no,
he's been
absolutely
around.
not. Yes, he's
Yeah.
been around. He's been a solid presence, as they say.
Yeah, let us know what you think about this, Ryan, because he does listen to the
He actually
podcast.
does. He actually does listen
Hmm.
religiously.
Yeah, he does. So like
Yeah.
if he hasn't caught it because I haven't seen him on, um, but later on I'll hear my voice coming up, floating up from the basement.
Yeah.
Is what I'll hear.
I think it's just interesting that we have found people in our lives who enjoy us for who we are. No, I'm serious because I feel like I've been in so many relationships, including the one with our own dad, where I have felt like there's like I'm not very lovable as I am. Like I need to change fundamentally who I am to be better in some way,
Hmm.
and that I'm always missing the mark. Like I literally spent 16 years married to somebody who was telling me if I just was better at cleaning the house, he would be better to me.
It turns out he's not very good at cleaning the house. He's good at putting things away.
I was I when I look back at that, I just like I'm like, wow, like 'cause I was always cleaning the house. I was like, when's the last time you cleaned a toilet or picked up a vacuum? What are you talking about? But either way, that's not a real thing.
No, it's not.
It's not a real thing. It's like when you see those idiots on Reels and they're like, "Oh, I just left a date and paid $120 and only got a hug."
Oh,
It's
I
like,
okay, that part of the internet has not found me.
well, I'm dating, so that's why. But
Ugh.
yeah, these guys will be like, "Oh, I just left this date, paid $120 and only got a hug. Can you believe that?" And it's like, I can actually because I think what you meant to call for was an escort service.
Well, no, literally.
Yes, not a date, and you wanted an escort service. And I will tell you, $120 is not really going to get you much with an escort. So I don't
I
know
don't
what
know the
we.
going rates.
I mean, think about it. If you were an escort, would you, for $120, what would you be giving? Because that is including your dinner already, right? So
This
that's
is
just dinner.
incredibly more nuanced. Okay.
Well,
I
I'll
can't
tell
simply
you.
just answer the question if I was an escort. Okay,
Well,
we'd
I
have to go back into my backstory to know what I would do for $120, Sarah. That is
well,
simply
I
not a
don't I
question I
don't
can
need to.
answer.
Well, I can answer it because right now I just became an escort and I'm telling you right now, $120 is what it costs to talk to me to book the evening. Okay?
Ah, you're the receptionist and you get paid
So
$120 per booking.
absolutely. So now you've booked me and you would like to go out to dinner. Okay. Is dinner going to be 2 hours? That'll probably cost you about whatever dinner costs plus $575. And at this point, I'm not doing anything except being beautiful and talking to you. I'm not even touching your hand. Okay. I'm not.
And
How
what's your
about
name?
that, Cassandra? And
Oh
you
gosh.
want the girlfriend experience? Now I'm mad at you. Now I'm mad at you because you left the toilet seat up and you
Hmm.
forgot my birthday last week. I would be a really good
Dang.
escort, huh?
Uh, Listen, I don't know what the expectations are. If
See
it
that
is
yeah,
to just
yeah,
be
mean.
yelled at,
Well,
I'm
some
sure
people
there's a
really
market for
like
that.
that. No, there is a market for that. Some people just want to be yelled at and give you money
It's
about it.
whenever we talk about this, I get mad that I'm just making my living in a
Very straightforward
normal way.
way.
Yeah, in a very Microsoft Office way.
I think honestly, and I have said this before, that I would really enjoy being more involved in the kink community, generally speaking, and I just haven't gotten into that. And I really want to because I think I'd be good at it and I want to step on people. I want to tell them
Okay,
mean things
Sarah.
about what? Am I making you
What's
uncomfortable?
yes, taking it too far. You're taking it too far. This is
This
for
is
the
our
podcast.
manifestation episode.
This is for the fan club. This is exclusive content.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
my
But I
God.
mean, I think that's just great. But anyway, back to manifesting, which we're really bad at staying on a topic, but I don't think we're bad at it. I don't think we care too much about it, is what it is. So when I think about manifesting, what I do is I sit and I think about how I would like to feel. And then I write myself a little story about it. So I will pick I used to do this exercise a lot with my normalized magic people. It's called your perfect day. And
Mm.
it's a perfect day, it's not the perfect day. So that means you can have many of these days so you don't feel like you have to lump every single damn thing into it, right? But it would be like you said on a random Tuesday. So you're waking up on a random Tuesday. What does it feel like to wake up on this perfect day? What do the sheets feel like on you? What's the temperature like? What do you do immediately? You're not thinking of anybody else's needs. Like, what are you going to do with yourself? And I write out those things. And a lot of the times, the things that I write out are really specifically visceral. Like, this is how my house smells. This is what I'm wearing. This is what I'm eating. And this is how my thought process is. And I'll just go ahead and flesh it out. And I'll even do like, what I've been doing lately is like it's a Friday night into a Saturday morning. So on
Mm.
Saturday, I have sports. So I've been manifesting, a partner, right? So on Friday
Mm.
nights, they come over and they make me dinner. And,
Ooh.
we do all these different things. And I actually enjoy going to the supermarket with them because I don't feel
Ooh.
stressed because they are taking ownership of that. So I'm just there as a passenger, right? I don't have to do the shopping. I don't have to think about, oh, we need this, we need that, like whatever. I don't have to think about those things. So I'm just there, I'm just there, right?
Got
Um,
it.
they make dinner, we have a really nice night, and then we wake up. They know how I like my coffee in the morning, so they make that for me. We take the dogs for a walk, and then we go have a really nice time at one of the boys' sports. And then later on, we're meeting friends for happy hour, and all my friends really like
Mm.
them, and they get along, and they like cocktails and they like drinking, but they never drink too much, and they're always very responsible. We check in with each other. I never feel anxiety about how they're going to act in public. Nothing like that, right? And so I've been writing all of those things out because those are the things that I've determined for me are just so important that they make me feel
Yeah.
safe. So I will write these scenes out, and I know that this is going to happen, Amanda. So mark me because I have done this before, and now I sit in the living room I created in my brain and manifest other things. Like how meta is that?
Yeah. I think in the next episode we need to have you reread one of your old manifestation letters in the space that you manifested.
Sure.
That yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
I've been here to bear witness to the past year of manifestations.
I don't even look like the same person.
No, it's amazing how different we look on a week to week basis. Bang, bang,
Just change
boom.
that shit.
Those
But
little changes.
but it's really true. And I also manifested that because I actually remember specifically having this. Sometimes my manifests are not on paper, they're just in my brain and like pictures. And I had this, this fully hasn't happened yet, but I can see it's about to happen. I am in a Jeep, an open top Jeep. I'm
Okay.
somewhere in a tropical type of place because it's warm, and I'm taking a selfie of myself, and I can see me in the selfie, and I'm like down like this, right? And I'm wearing a triangle black bikini top and cut off jean shorts, and I'm smiling. I look so hot and so happy. And back when I had that little vision of myself, I could not ever fathom I would ever wear a bikini, right? I was never wearing shorts. I didn't wear shorts for most of my life, right? And so it was just such a far-fetched thing when I had this vision. And now, who even puts pants on this
Pants on
baby?
this girl. Yeah, no one puts pants on those legs anymore.
No,
Mm-mm.
they are out. They are out. So it just goes to show that just keep dreaming it, babes. Keep dreaming it.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter
For
how
sure.
crazy it is. In fact, the crazier the better.
Yeah. Yeah. You know it's important though to write it down. It is important to write it
I think
down
so.
because it is you will convince yourself that you didn't think that. You will convince
You will.
yourself that like it is so much more powerful when you write it down and you remember it and you enforce it because then everything that you've written down you bring to life in the little things that you do every day because you're so focused on that and that's how you
Yep.
make it happen, you know?
And it is in how you talk about yourself, right? Because
Yes.
when I write those things down, then the next step after that is to act like that person.
Yeah.
You act like that person. Like
Mm-hmm.
what and I love the thing that you would say in your brain of like, okay, what would the hottest version of me do right now? How would the hottest version of me react? Or you could say, how would the most successful version of me react? Like whatever you want to say,
Yeah.
whatever hits for you, and then
Yeah.
act like that.
Just
Because
act like it.
when you act a certain way, you pull in energy, and we know this to be true, Amanda. Because I consistently expect people to be kind and helpful to me.
Mm-hmm.
I consistently expect that from everyone around me and I consistently receive it. And even when I start to have an interaction with somebody who doesn't seem kind or helpful, I still hold that note that they're going to be kind and helpful. And they usually turn it around because
Good.
I am not reacting to that, to their rudeness. With
Mm-hmm.
rudeness, I'm really kind to them because I expect them to be kind, right? So it usually pulls it back in, right?
Yes.
And
Yes,
I
you can
had
find
that.
those people. It's like when people are
Yeah.
looking cranky and then you
Yeah.
go talk to them and then you broke through to
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
a normal person who's treating me like a normal person."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that works in I think in every setting except for me, parenting.
Well, that will
Mm,
be a whole other episode
it feels like
sometime down
it
the
feels like
road.
a whole other episode. I have no answers, but
I
with
mean, I
adults,
might need to
I got
listen
it.
to an episode or two about parenting podcasts. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know
All
anything.
all I need is within me now is all right. Well, I gotta
You
go.
gotta go do your work.
Gotta go do my work.
Now,
And
see
I made a big mess out of
if
my desk, but
if you were like working in the BDSM community right now, you wouldn't even
everyone
be
would be
starting work.
okay. Listen, I have all sorts of work because, like I was just saying, I tore up my office area because spring cleaning. I don't know if anyone else is feeling like everything needs to go into a garbage bag, but that's kind of
I
how I've
always
been
feel that way.
feeling. I'm like, I'm looking around and I'm like, if I haven't rifled through any of this stuff looking for something, you're gone. Get out
That's
of
fair.
here. But then I
That's
ran
fair.
out of time. And so now the garbage bag is on the floor. And, I've got a lot of, Friday's the day to get all your shit together. You know what I mean? Like, whew.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll be
Well,
doing that.
nice chats.
It's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Well, hey, next Friday, where will you be?
I'm gonna be with you. Are we gonna go live together
We should.
on Good Friday?
We can make it Bad Friday.
Okay.
Frisky Friday.
Ooh.
Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday. That one's already taken. All right. Well,
Oh,
we'll workshop that. But yes, I am going to be seeing my sister. I actually was just telling Lucas that he only has three Miss Aprils next week, and then he gets to go to Sissus for 4 days, and he's very
amazing.
excited. So
Amazing. Well, see you then.
we're just gonna manifest a great weekend.
And have a great weekend, everybody.
All right. Bye.
Bye.